Kristin Star, and this belatedly is the video for day number 274 of my Song a Day project. And the song that I'm doing is Dust in the Wind by Kansas. I close my eyes, only for a moment, and the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes, a curiosity. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. Same old song, just a drop of water in an endless sea. All we do crumbles to the ground that we refuse to see. Ooh, dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. Now don't hang on, nothing lasts forever but the earth and sky. It slips away, and all your money won't another minute buy. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Now don't hang on, nothing lasts forever but the earth and sky. It slips away, and all your money won't another minute buy. Ooh, dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind, everything is dust in the wind. That was my rendition of Dust in the Wind by Kansas. And I decided on the fly to repeat the last verse and chorus because lyrically it's quite short. It's not a particularly short song, but it's drawn out by the music in it, which is largely part of it. So, although it can really sound great a cappella, I think, but it is very short. So, it didn't seem that short when I was practicing it, but then again, I was going through it over and over and over. And as I was recording it, it just seemed so short. I was like, maybe I should stretch it out. And I was originally just going to repeat the last chorus, but I decided to do the last verse and the last chorus again. So hopefully it flowed together well and sounded good. It is a really, really depressing song, but very beautiful in sound, but very depressing in nature. But oddly enough, I thought that this was the first of their two well-known songs, and that Carry On Wayward Son was the second single, but apparently not. Apparently that preceded this by a year. And though I was familiar with this song, I know that one a lot better, and I've liked that one for a long time. And recently this song came into my head, and I was thinking about doing it, and then last night, well, on the day that this video was for, on the 200th episode of Supernatural, they did this like meta homage thing where there was like this play about them, and it was actually done quite well. It was actually a really enjoyable episode. I think people were iffy about it going into it, but it was a lot of fun, and it referenced things from like the past 9+ seasons. In the 10th season now. It's going to be on as long as Smallville, which is weird. And it was only supposed to be a 5-season show. And sometimes the ongoing tedious storylines, like with the demons and the angels and the leviathans and whatnot, get a little boring. But sometimes they do find interesting episodes, and the guys are always pretty funny. But it is pretty well acted. But anyway, so Carry On My Wayward Son, which I think it's actually called Carry On Wayward Son. That just doesn't sound right. Was originally used very memorably in the show, in the scene where Sam was like dying. They've died and come back a million times, but although they brought up the half-brother on the 200th episode, and I forgot about him. But I forgot where they left it with a bunch of people, like Chuck the Prophet. He showed up at the end. I was like, where's he been? I thought something might have happened to him. I don't know. But that show has often a lot of characters. It's very disconcerting. The Kevin thing was shocking last year. But anyway, so years and years ago, on this one episode, they played that song. It was very, very impactful. I mean, at that time I was making like a list, but I never ended up sharing. But a list of like
really impactful moments on like modern TV shows, and that was one of them. You know, when you combine the right music with a moment on a TV show, it just, you know, resonates. It's enormously impactful. But so then they started after that, I think that was the first time they used it on the show, and they started after that using it for the recap at the beginning of the season, like they do the road so far thing. Carry on my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest, don't you cry no more. And it's always impactful, even though they've come to use it like almost every single year for the recap. Did they use a different one this time? I can't remember. But they'll use it for recap like either at the beginning of the season or the end of the season or whatever, and it's come to be a thing. So on the 200th episode, in this musical, they had the people in it do a choral rendition of Wayward Son, and it was pretty awesome. And so I was like, okay, maybe I should take that as a sign that I should do the song now. not like I'm following like, you know, perceived signs, but it just seemed like, well, I was thinking about doing the song, and okay, so, you know, a Kansas tie-in, maybe this was the right time to do the song. So anyway, though, I would love to do Wayward Son for video, but that's one of those songs where you can't really change the gender reference, so it doesn't work for a girl to sing it, really. Although all the people singing in the choral rendition were female. But anyway, though, I will share a little part of it now, just as a bonus, because I want to. Had to change my battery first. Okay. Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. It is a really great song, but man, son, I mean, it's in the title, son, so you really can't change it. And it's not like daughter conveys. So it would just be really weird if I was doing that for myself. But I shared a part of it anyway as a bonus. Hey. Anyway, they're both really great songs, and we do have like the Hits of Kansas album, but I don't think I know anything else by them. I don't know if a lot of people do. But anyway, though, so you know, originally I thought that Dust in the Wind was first, and that Wayward Son was second. And a lot of times, the second single will surpass the first, but apparently it was the other way around. Wayward Son was 76, Dust in the Wind was 77. So it's kind of interesting, strange, but both really good songs. And that was really interesting hearing the choral rendition of it on Supernatural. It was pretty cool. And my mom, who's been, we'll say, behind on the show, but she basically stopped watching. But she's, you know, like 8 seasons behind. She kept like coming into the room like leering, like, because there was this musical and Supernatural was like, what is going on? But it was pretty nifty. But anyway, but Dust in the Wind, also a really good song, and no gender words in it that would, you know, foul it up for a female performance. It is very depressing, but a really good song, and really good with the music too. Like I said, I think it sounds really good a cappella. It is the kind of song that you can do a cappella without it sounding super weird. It's not like you're taking a techno song and breaking it down, which I've sort of tried to do before, you know. I mean, Castles in the Sky was borderline, but I don't think I did a decent job on that. But this one was really easy to do a cappella, but it does have a really beautiful sound with the music. But some of the guys are hard to look at. I didn't really watch the video, but no offense to anyone. But you know, sometimes with certain songs, you don't really want to picture people with you. You just want to enjoy the song for the song, which, you know, the music video era sort of has taken from people to some extent. But I point back here, like, okay, it's not just now the music video era, it's like back to 83 or whatever. Like, that was when? 83? 84, 85. Buggles video killed a radio star. I can't remember offhand. 81? No, I don't know. Sometime in the early 80s. I'll put it over here. Anyway, though, yeah, what's weird, though, is in my head, I kind of conflate the two Wind songs. I was going to say the two Dust songs, but the two Wind songs. That and Patrick Swayze's She's Like the Wind. They become one in my head. And I have to, like, one's this one, this one's that one. So it's kind of weird, but not like they're really the same subject-wise, but the common word and the common sort of general era, I guess, and I don't know, they just mesh together in my head. But anyway, Dust in the Wind, very good song, but very depressing. I hope nobody wants to off themselves after hearing my rendition of it. Not because it sounded bad. I don't think it sounded bad. Wow, Kristin, that's what people love. It sounded so bad, people are gonna No, I'm just kidding. I hope I didn't offend anyone with that. But anyway, though, it is a really good song. It's very depressing, though. But kind of rings true. It often seems like a lot of your efforts may be in vain, or that you can't make the impact you want to, and that's very upsetting and stressful, and something that I've encountered a lot. As one person who wants to change the world, and doesn't have the connections or the means to work to the magnitude that I'd like to. So that's always very stressful and upsetting and depressing. But you shouldn't give up hope, and you shouldn't ever stop trying. You should always work to make a positive difference. But yeah, so that song's kind of one of those songs you want to listen to. You can listen to and relate to, but at the same time, you don't want to listen to it all the time because you don't want it to become your mantra. But anyway, it is a very pretty song, though, albeit extremely depressing, but a very nice sound and a good song overall. But anyway, hopefully my performance of it sounded good, and I will wrap this up because this is already much longer than I thought it was going to be, and I've still not gotten any more videos up. I have to edit 234, and this is 274. Such work. Such stress. Anyway, if I could keep this shorter, that wouldn't be the case, but like I've said a million times, it's easier said than done. I ramble and ramble and ramble. But anyway, hopefully it's not boring. I find my banter somewhat adorable, but I think it can get annoying with people, listening to it at length. But if that is the case, you can pace yourself in my videos, or just listen to the songs, I guess, although I hope people will listen to the whole thing. But anyway, though, so hopefully that sounded good. Once again, that was my rendition of Dust in the Wind by Kansas for day 274 of my Song a Day project. As always, thanks for listening, and please check back often. I'm Kristin Star. Peace. And T. And Lil. Ah, there he's sleeping again on his little fake spiderweb cloud. How adorable is that? So cute. Thanks again for listening. I'm Kristin Star. Peace.